Alright, first thing, talk about holding the guitar on the left leg. Make that a habit. So, you always want to put yourself in the most optimal playing position for yourself. So, try it. Keep trying the left leg thing, see if it makes things easier for you. It definitely helps me with my stretches and putting my fingers into awkward positions. And here's an awkward position thing that you'll be working on this week. So yeah, try the whole left leg thing, stick with that for a bit and see if that improves anything. That being said, I've been thinking more about this particular exercise, and when I thought of it, I had the whole using 4 fingers in mind, because going between these chord shapes here, just using 4 fingers, and you mentioned how the pinky was kind of getting in the way, so I was in that mind frame. So after, say, day 3 of practicing this, if this proves to be still like a huge pain in the butt to you, let me know. I'm going to give you something else. But not likely to be able to do something like this, so let's give it a try for a few days. Again, after like day 3, if it's still a huge pain in the butt, let me know. I want to give you something else to kind of help you ease into something like this more. So we'll get the pinky doing what we need it to. Yeah, there's other approaches and whatnot. So that being said, the biggest thing when you're starting out here, don't worry so much about the timing. Just worry about getting those notes to sound good. So maybe even just like stay on one chord for a bit, and then I'm going to try my best to remember to give you the link to the video I mentioned where another student kind of found out what causes his pinky to cave in. So you see how like straight my wrist is right now? If I bring it forward like that, that's what caused his pinky to cave in, and this might be what's causing your pinky to cave in. So trying to have your wrist back more and actually keep it like completely straight, completely flat, see if that helps get rid of the pinky cave in. So like maybe like start with your wrist like bent this way, the other way. Think like a waiter carrying a tray. Start with it like that, get the pinky down, and then like kind of scooch forward a little bit there until it's on the tip, and then get the other fingers down. So maybe try that. So like start with the hand flat against the neck, kind of get the pinky almost in place, and then kind of just scoot your wrist forward a little bit, just trying to keep that hand or get that pinky up on the tip. And yeah, you need to have your fingers very curled there. See, you definitely don't want anything like that. You want them very much curled up. So yeah, just like making a claw, kind of like that. That's what you want to do there. Okay. So again, you can just hang out on one chord for a little bit. Just make sure everything sounds good. Try each chord like that by itself. Pick it slow, or you can strum it a bit. Mainly pick one note at a time though. And again, the big thing is making sure that all the notes sound good. You don't hear any muting and whatnot. So yeah, that last chord is definitely going to be the most challenging. I do need to put my wrist out a little bit to make sure I get everything where they need to be. I mean, you can see you can do it without the wrist going forward. It does make it a little bit easier to get the fingers where they need to be though. But we also want to make sure that you're not allowing your fingers to collapse too much there. Get the metronome on. So first thing with this is make sure you can actually go from arpeggio to arpeggio, and then let's just play this at 60 here. So if you can do this 60, that'll definitely be helpful. You're welcome to go faster if you feel comfortable with it, but here it is at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can put one finger down at a time. Just make sure you leave them down after you've put them down. 2. So the point of this was to get you used to sliding on the first bar, and then you do the same chords, but you pick each chord. So remember, when you're going from this A5 down to the G5, think of it like you're sliding down to it. So you pick the A5, you slide down to the G5. As soon as you reach that G5, you're going to pick again. And then when you pick the G5, and then you're basically sliding up to the A5, but as soon as you get to the A5, you're going to pick again. Just run through that twice. So this is what we have at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's what it sounds like at 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 3. Rhythm changing every bar. So this will be one to practice going from 60 to 120. And bare minimum speeds I'd like you to do each day are 60, 80, 100, and 120. So when you're learning this, you may need to go up by the 5 beat per minute increments thing we've talked about. Totally fine. But the more comfortable you get with it, then you can start going up by like 10s, and then eventually just by 20s, just to maintain what you got. And yep, count out loud as you go. Here's 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. Just remember, the 8th note is just half of a quarter note. You divide a quarter note into 2 parts, you get 2 1/8 notes. Here is 80 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. 100 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. And 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and done. Alright. So I believe that covers everything. But as always, if any questions come up, please let me know. And I'll see you in your videos.